Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dad Games Badly. We're back here today with NHL 23 and our Portland Wolves 2 Ways to Win Draft to Glory series. We are getting started in our back-to-back playoff appearances against the Vegas Golden Knights. We were the third best team in our division, fourth best team in the league, taking on number 3, Vegas. They look like a pretty solid team, let's be honest. It's Vegas. They've done very well for themselves in keeping themselves something anyway. I'm a little intrigued by this team, right? So you've got Mackinnon, you've got Dubois, you've got Little. Obviously, our first line is better. Oh, like 96, 89, 89. Like, that's what we have. Then we have an 89, an 83, and a 78. So our top two lines are better. Here's the problem. Vasiliev, Cousins, Hellenis on that third line. Absolutely going to tear us apart. Hornquist, Tallinder, Dillon, pretty much a wash with what we have. We've got the one guy that's there, but I don't really see him being much of a problem. And then our defense is better. Kiviharu, Webb doesn't beat our top pair. Cunningham, Heiskanen doesn't beat our second pair. And Rycroft and Pasternak is basically our second pair, or our third pair. And then in net, Stepan is just as good. UN is just as good as our backup. And then they've got Knutson and Niederbach scratched for the year. Honestly, I think this is a pretty solid comparison between the two teams. We had the better record. We won more games. They, however, had more points because they won more in overtime or the shootout, which I think is very silly. Let's be honest. Not much we can do about it. All right, so here we are, 84, 87, 83. I don't think they're much higher than us. How are they a 90 and an 88 on defense? How are they an 88 on defense? That doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. I mean, our top line is better. Our second line is basically their first line. This is the problem here. How many points did McGinn have this year? He had 25, and Tverdovsky had 40-something? Yeah, okay, we're going to leave Tverdovsky there. And then defensively, I just don't get it. Like, better, pretty much the same. Anyway, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Let's go ahead and get into these games. Game number 1 in Vegas against the Golden Knights. How are we going to handle this? Harding gets a goal early. Vasiliev and Dubois to take the lead heading into the second. Bradley gets a power play goal, and we head into the third tied at 2. Dubois gets an early goal 23 seconds into the third period. Portland needs to push back. Appel gets a power play goal pretty much the same time that Bradley got one in the second, and we are tied at 3 with less than 10 minutes to go. Is this game going to go to overtime? Honestly, with these series that we've done, I wouldn't be surprised. Vegas on the power play, can't get anything happening. In the dying minutes, nothing happens. All right, head into period number overtime, and let's get this going. We have the shots advantage, but we haven't utilized that to our advantage. More pucks need to go on net, and it does look like it's happening. And then it's literally just like nothing happens. I didn't see who scored. Who was it? Appel gets his second of the game. And we win game number 1, 4-3 in overtime. Appel with 2, Dubois with 2, and Danny Bradley with 3 points total. Honestly, I'm surprised. I'm happy, but I was surprised. Especially after the way the first went. I thought it was going to be over toot sweet. So we head into the game number 2. First period, we are up by 2. Severson and Parker both get goals in the last 3 minutes of the period. Period number 2, Dubois and Mackinnon We're like, huh, we can do that too, and they wait until the last 4 minutes of the game. Heading into the third period, tied at 2. Sound familiar? Just like game 1. Who's going to score and break the tie? Will it be Vegas? Will it be Portland? Danny Bradley, where you at, my friend? Come on, team. The Italian, what are you doing? Spruev, Tverdovsky, anybody? And looks like nothing happening. Heading into overtime, looks like we might have a power play, but it ends very quickly. And Vegas gets one here, and it looks like they ended it. Makinen gets one on the power play and beats Roach. So, series now tied at 1. Makinen, Dubois, and Stepan. Honestly, don't understand how it was basically the same game as the first, and you guys had a player, but we didn't. Anyway, game number 3, heading home to the Moda Center in Portland. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. Hoping we get some energy from the pack in the crowd tonight. And Danny Bradley gets a goal, and promptly followed by 4 from Vegas. Period number 2. Vegas gets another one, and we head into the third period down 5-1. 5-1. And it's just like they are giving up on this game, just like I'm giving up in my heart on this team. That's a bad loss. That's a bad loss. 6-1. Come on. You're basically the same team. They are not better than you. It's that third line, though, that's tearing us apart. I bet you anything. I mean, 11 points out of that line. Yeah, their fourth line's done nothing. Their third line's it's their third and their... And defensively, not getting a lot of scoring from their... Step-in has just been fantastic. Did Ewan play this year? No. Yeah, that was last year. Okay. I was going to say, we didn't have a game where we scored 4. Getting nothing out of that line. Defensively, everybody's getting caved. And Roach has not had a good game yet. Alright, maybe it's just like the beginning of the season. We didn't do too well in the beginning of the season. Now, let's turn it around here. We got to win out. I don't want to go out in the first round after a season that we had. Makinen gets a goal. Appel and Harding both get goals. And we move into the second period. Esch gets a goal. Simoneau gets a goal. We're up 3-2. Finally not tied, heading into a third period. I guess we weren't tied in the last game either, but it wasn't going our way. Portland, keep putting more pucks on net, please. The more pucks you put on net, the less they put on. So get some possession of that puck. Keep going. 3 minutes left, too. The Italian scores. Ices the game. That's the needle or the nail in the coffin right there. All right. We're tied at 2. Esch with 2 points. Roach had his best game so far, and Harding as well with 2. Looks like moving Harding up to the second line really bolstered that group. So let's go ahead and see what we can do in game number 5. series. Yeah, okay. So game number 5. Sorry, I thought they were up 3-1 for a second, but that one game really just shook me to the core. All right, period number 1, game number 5 out of the way. Period number 2, Severson and Seamano get goals. Now tied at 2. We head into the third. Tied at 1. We know what this is like. We don't have enough shots. Vegas on the power play. I'm not liking that. Heiskanen gets a goal. Yeah, I could see that coming. Look at the shot differentials. Bradley gets it back, though. And Chung gets one. Up 3-2 now. Oh my goodness, is this going to happen? Vegas on the power play. Can't get anything happening. And Portland wins game number 5 to go up 3-2 in the series. You absolutely love to see it. Roach with another great game. Cohen with 2. Apple with 2 apples. And we move on to game number 6. People moving on. LA, Chicago, St. Louis, Ottawa, New York so far. Could be us after this game. Could be us. Period number 1. Nothing happening. The shot differential's really bothering me. Period number 2. It's just getting wider and wider. 0-0 heading into the third. Game number 6. Can Portland hold on, get more shots, get more pucks on net? Vegas gets a goal with just about 12 minutes left. It's counting down. Vegas on another power play. And Portland really needs to push here in the dying minutes. Anything at all. They do push on shots, but it's too little, too late. And Vegas wins game number 6. Roach had a great game. Stepan and Little with the other stars. This is it, folks. This is for all of the marbles of round 1. We need to win a game. It just needs to be done. It needs to be done. All right, period number 1. Vegas, Little gets the goal. Of course he does, the bastard. Period number 2. Esch gets a goal back, and we head into the third, tied at 1. We have the shots advantage on the power play. Can we get anything happening? We cannot. Makinen gets the goal after the power play, though. We are down 2-1. Back on the power play. Nothing happens, and Portland needs to push to tie this game in the dying minutes. They've done it before. They've got the abilities. And Makinen gets another goal to put the nail in the coffin. Lowe gets one finally with 8 seconds left in the game, but it's not enough. Where were you guys the whole rest of the game? Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Well, we are out of the playoffs. Makinen, Stepan, and Webb. And we do not move on. Danny Bradler had a great playoffs. Appel had a great playoffs. Severson had 4. McGinn had 2. 2 for Jennings. 5 for Chung. Tverdovsky. I mean, outside of Quinn Parker, we weren't getting that depth scoring that we were used to getting. And honestly, my defense didn't hold up. They were good throughout the whole season. I mean, Roach kind of saved his numbers a little bit, but 3 wins in 7 games isn't enough. You got to win 4. Chimera didn't get a shot this year. I mean, not like it would have mattered. Well, we move on. And we will just sim through the AHL series here. Overtime loss to the Monsters. Overtime win. Loss or just straight up. Overtime win. Win, and 3-2. Can we win this game? They do. Looks like the Huskies are moving on to face the Springfield Thunderbirds. Lose game number 1. Game number 2 goes to us. Game number 3 goes to us. They had a fantastic season. Game number 4 goes to us. We're up 3-1 in the series in the conference finals. And we lose that one. Game number... Okay, well, it looks like they are going on until the final. Let's just continue on. And they do win it 4-3 in overtime to go and face the 36-30. Wow. Wow, Iowa. They didn't even have a winning record, and how the heck are they in the playoffs, let alone the final? So we're going to lose this. Right here. Oh, win game number 1. Game number 2, that's a win. Game number 3, that's a loss. Game number 4, that's a loss. Game number 5, that's a win. Game number 6, can we win it here? They do not. Going to game number 7. Well, who's going to win, the Wild or the Huskies? The Alaska Huskies did indeed win the Calder Cup this year. That is fantastic. That is good for those guys. 1-0 game, too. Stan Livingston had 16 points in 20. Like, that is just terrible. Like, you want your team to go off, but, like, not even a point per game. Well, folks, they did it. Take a look at some trophies here. In the AHL, or in the NHL, Team Awards, Crab, LeClaire, Drysdale, Johnson, Martins, Scarlett, Longy. Roach got the Jennings this year. We finally got an award in the first time in a while. Bill Masterson goes to Neal, Burrows, Fortier, LeClaire, and Jason Robertson in Pittsburgh. Individual awards going to Huselius, winning the most valuable player. Malinin. Huselius is a defenseman, no? Yep. Plus minus, I guess, is what pushed him over the edge for that award. I mean, Nesterov at 60 points, that's really good to see. Especially because he was playing second line. Yeah, I guess we move on to the draft. It's going to be a short playoff episode. Nashville jumps 11 to 1, like, and that's clearly why the Islanders are like, huh. Like, that's pretty dang close, 12-1. And then Edmonton drops 1-2, which is fine by me. And we see nothing. Player retirement. Let's view the retired players. Marner finally retiring as a member of the Islanders. Barkov, Lindholm, Laine, Ehlers, Rob Thomas. McAvoy, Timo Meier, also a member of the Islanders. Brock Besser. I don't think we're going to have anybody at this point. I don't think I signed anybody super old. I may have, because there were some people that I did sign. Yep, nobody retiring. Patrick Laine's now a coach. It's like we're losing a coach to retirement. Take a look at draft interviews. I mean, Baldwin would have been dope. Got another solid center in the mix. Odolin as well would be dope. So where are we picking? Okay, so Artem confirmed. Pominville. Fournier. Tarnarski. 4 years out, though. I have a feeling you're a 9. Artem Spruev. Yeah, it's a DFD for sure. Muzzin. Ed Muzzin. Medium 6 and Cook. 4 years out, Braden Shen comparison, though. Confirm low elite. So there wasn't anybody here that's like, oh yeah, this guy's going to be so good. And then even when I get here, we're looking at like a Hartnell, who's actually not too bad, actually. Hartnell would be somebody I would be looking at in the next round. Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay. Because I don't think... I mean, if Shanahan drops that far, fantastic, but I doubt it's Vitov. Yeah, you're not even a thing. All right, so we're going to look at Fournier. Just to confirm play style. Thank you. You're a playmaker. Nope. Nothing else you can help me with, Guy. Rene. This guy power forward, you think? I'm gonna interview him just to see, because there's enough guys here that are all going to be roughly the same. Power forward, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So there was one more guy that I was kind of interested in. Tanarski. Ko might actually be a playmaker. Phil Housley comparison, shutdown foot speed. Like, he's already confirmed. Sprove we know isn't. Muzzin. Ed Muzzin, son of Jake. All right. Okay, and Ed. Skills. My only concern is I'm worried about him not being an elite, and I don't want to go down that low. So more skilled, physicality isn't there. I mean, that's fine. So I mean, skating's better than that, anyway. So now he's marked as an AHL 280. So I mean, he's not terrible, but like, I could get Cook. Or I could take a shot on a guy that's going to be a little bit earlier. In like Pominville. He's 5'10" though at 17. I mean, Korolov seems to be the best player available. Alright, well, we're going to make a decision at the draft, I guess. Before we do, let's look at progress reports. We've got a lot of elite people on this team now. So, Danny Bradley, Appel, Severson, Chung, Harding. Roach got some growth this year. You love it. Chucko. Chamara's now an 82. Lowe's still a 77. Curry's now a 79. Esch a 91. Schwartz still a 77. Jennings an 83. Stanton's a 78. I'm going to see some growth from him. McGinn I'm hoping to see some growth from as well. And then down here, I mean, Nesterov, lots of growth. You'll love to see that. He'll be playing with us next year. Serenimo didn't get any. Clappy, nice to see. Baikov, same thing. He's 20 though, so he better have some insane growth over the summer. Are you even signed? I don't think so. Hope, same thing. Squeen, we know. Not a lot of growth from those guys. No growth from Dag. Okay. All right. That's okay. I can do it at the end. I always forget to do the draft stuff. All right. So we're going to just sim to our pick. 26. Keeler. Pominville went. He was a medium 9. Shanahan was a 64. Whitman was a 65. 65 from Nilsson, Juntanen, Nidimaki. Horton. Odolin. Baldwin was a 76. Wait, so you're telling me that other guy wasn't even a 2A? Well, that's good. Alright. So Korolov is still available. Honestly, Tanarski, pretty solid, but 4 years out. Even at 17 is worrisome. Ko, 4 years out, confirmed at 18. We're going to take you off. I mean, Von Fursten's is somebody I'm looking at. Artukin, I think I'm going to take him off. Muzzin, I'm a little concerned about. Just potential-wise. Cook, 4 years out, but confirmed. And then that's it. So that's where I'm at right now, is these 3 guys. So obviously Korolev is dope. Fursten is pretty good. Cook is not as good. He plays both sides, but he's a right D. He doesn't have possible X Factor. Confirm no contest for Fearson. And possibly Yoink from Francis Cook. We need more centers. We just do. I'm going to take Francis Cook, the gem here. He's a 61 overall. Was that the best option? We're going to find out. Korolev was a 64. Cook did not have Yoink. Fuck. Fournier, Rene, Tanarski, yeah. Sauer. Gil Ko was a medium 9. Von Fierson was a medium 6. He was a 65. Damn it. And he did have Yoink, or no contest. Alright, well, I screwed up that one. Artukin was pretty good too. Rolston wasn't even on our list. Rolston wasn't even somebody I was looking at. Edmuzzin was a medium 4. Fantastic. Alright, well, I didn't make the best pick there, so that's on me. We already know this guy is going to be trash. I mean, there's not a lot of option here, so we're just going to look and see what we can get. Forward wise, what are we looking at here? Anybody? 4. So Rokan, Nichols, was it Calico was a 4? And Rogalski was a 4. So Yarvinen would be who I'm looking at here. Defensively, and ultimately Hartnell. And did I have any goalies? I did not. So all skaters, who are we looking at? Hartnell or Yarvinen? I mean, Hartnell is definitely a 2A defenseman, close to being a medium 6, 3 years out at 18, 17 years old, 3 years out. We're going to go with Esa Yarvinen out of Lexans. He is a 62 low 6. Can't hate on that. We're just going to keep going. We're not even going to look back anymore. Rokan was a 57, so... I think we were looking at Lessard at one point. We'll put him in. Sasaki, Gortson, Brizgalov, medium elite in Ricardo Finley. 2AD, 2AD, 2-way forward. Gonna skip on that fringe starter. Look at this guy. Okay. So forward wise, quite a few here. 5. Honestly, there's not really anyone here that's like super enticing. I like Finley because of the potential, but he's not going to be any good. Defensively, who are we looking at here? So 3 years from Arkhipov. So Gortson and Lessard. I mean, not bad. Gortson's not a 2-way. Kukkonen. I mean, Wheeler doesn't look too bad. But I think... Well, let's take a look at goal here quickly. Just got a minute left. Sasaki, 18 years old, 5 years out. Meh. Let's go to all skaters. And we are going to go after Ricardo Finley here, the center. He is a 49 medium elite. Let's make our pick here in round number 4. Viking stat is still there, but let's take a look at what we've got in here. Robichaud, Rowe, Low Elite, and Sterling possibly, and Merritt. Do we get another dag? That'd be too funny. Forward wise. Five years out. Confirm 2-way. I wouldn't say no to getting you a little bit later. Okay, defensively. Austin Sterling, possibly lowly, not even in the draft. Nope. I mean, Vikingstad's probably one of the best players right now. 5 years for Jokinen at 19, I'm going to say no. Gryba might be a decent shout. Tristan Brain. I mean, that's a dope-ass name. So I'm going to keep you on. Though, I don't even know, Tristan, if you're a 2A. I mean, probably. Yuri Ponikarovsky, eh? Honestly, Ponikarovsky looks like the guy here. I know he's not going to be any good, but... So, goalie-wise, let's just double-check here. Okay, Robichaud would be the only guy I would go after, but I don't feel I need another goalie right now. I just don't. So we are going to take Pawnee here. Yuri Ponikarovsky, the 20-year-old. He is a low 6. Go to 158. Oh, I can take Robichaud here. Perfect. So we are going to grab Robichaud. He is a medium backup. That's okay. So it's Gryba, Brain, Suglobov. So we're going to take Gryba. He is a low 6 as well. And I believe our last pick of the draft will be Tristan Brain. He is a low 6 as well. So 3 low 6s down the draft. That is our entire draft, my friends. The entire draft. I mean, it wasn't great, but we're not going to have great drafts moving forward. Like, we're at a point where we're going to run these guys until they retire or move on, and then we're going to be a shit team again probably for the last few years, and then maybe make another couple runs at the playoffs in the end. But we have to drop down to get better players on this team, and that's not happening anytime soon. So while we're here, we'll take a look at contracts quickly. And we need to look at who needs new deals. Appel needs a new deal. He does not want an extension, but we'll offer him one anyway. Where's my calculator app? Thank you very much. 11650 times 0.85. What if I do that? It'll be 34. He'll do 5 years. See if he'll do that, and I'll give him 10-2. Okay. Quinn Parker and Tverdovsky, not so worried about them. The Italian, Schwartz, same thing. Not really interested in a new deal, though. Neither is Esch, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. He wants a 7-year deal, 15-175. 12-3. I mean, I can't lose my number 1 center and my number 1 defenseman. I just can't. Like, it just doesn't make sense in my mind. And Curry, how much do you want? 3-6. I don't even know if that's... Yeah. I'm not even going to have enough for these guys. It's just not going to happen. Roach needs a new deal. Chimera needs to be qualified. Okay. We're screwed. We're going to be losing somebody. We are going to be losing somebody. But that will be known in the next episode. I will leave you fine folks here for the day. I want to thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I really do. It wasn't the route we were looking for. Boston ends up winning the cup. But we're moving upward and onward. And if we have to lose some people, we are going to have to lose some people. But not much we can do about that, can we? So, until next time, fam, much love. Bye-bye.